Welcome to a Valheim tips and tricks video. Let's get started. You can do extra damage to enemies in Valheim by blocking with your shield just before they hit you. This will give you a parry bonus and knock them back so you can hit them multiple times before they can hit you again. A parry is indicated by a sort of ting noise. If you have the longboat ship, you're able to bring along a bunch of carts if you want to bring along more items on your journey throughout the sea. Just be sure to repair them after placing them on the ship using your workbench because they do get damaged trying to get on top of the ship. Don't ever try to load the cart out because there's a good chance you'll lose it in the water. It's easier to just grab the items out of the cart and then run back and forth to your base, instead of trying to glitch out the cart. If you have issues loading your cart on top of your ship, you can build a little bridge and simply drop it in, but it will take some damage, so again, repair it using your workbench. Speaking of workbenches, a quick way to set one up is by having one wood wall and two 45-degree roof pieces. Simply place a wall behind the workbench and then place a 45-degree thatch roof on each side. And you should now be able to use the workbench. There you go. You can use horizontal and vertical item stands to place yellow mushrooms and even swamp keys for a glow and lighting effect. There are many ways in which you could use these to spice up your house or build. This is obviously a very bad example, it's just a really simple house to use for this video, but I'm sure you can be very creative with these. You can use these items in combination with log poles to create yourself some really cool looking lampposts. These are just some really simple examples, but you can make them as fancy as you like. Here's an example from Reddit showing what you can do with these items. If you're playing in creative mode, which I'll cover in just a second, you can spawn in blue ones if you'd like to by typing spawn, mushroom blue, and then an amount. If you'd like to play in creative mode, press F5 and type in I'm a cheater. Then type in debug mode, and now you can play in creative mode by pressing B to no longer require resources for building and Z to fly around. A problem you'll encounter with fires indoors is smoke damage. To negate smoke damage, simply make a chimney that looks something like this. You can also just make a hole in your roof, but that won't look as good. I like to use half walls and these 45-degree roof pieces. There are many different variations to chimneys, but I think this is one that looks really good, and I used it in my personal survival world, as you can see in the free cam clips on screen. Now, if you ever want to fly around and make cinematic shots, all you have to do is be back in cheater mode by typing I'm a cheater, then type Freefly, and now you can fly around. If you want it to look more smooth, type in FF Smooth 10, and you can now fly around with a smooth camera. If you'd like to hide your interface, simply press Ctrl and then F3 to hide your HUD. To get out of Freefly, simply press F5 and type Freefly again, and you're out. If you'd like an idea for windows in Valheim, you can use fences and log poles in combination with each other to make a sort of window design. It might not be everyone's cup of tea, but at least it looks alright if you place them correctly. You can place a total of 7 cooking stations above one single fire. So if you ever need to mass cook for all of your Viking friends, this is an idea to save you from making a bunch of campfires. You can stack chests by using a 1x1 floor, placing a chest underneath and then one on top. You can place them as close to each other as you want, but if you'd like some lighting, you can use those item stands and put those mushrooms in between. If you'd like to know what your world looks like, there are online tools that allow you to check the entirety of your world seed. You can check your world seed by checking your saved worlds in-game before launching. You can generate every single location of everything you'd ever want to see, but keep in mind this might spoil the survival aspect and exploring aspect of this game. Apparently some people can boost their FPS in Valheim by going to their Valheim data folder and then opening the boot config file with notepad or wordpad and adding these two lines at the top of that file. These can be found in the description below. Then save the file, go to Steam, right click Valheim in your game library, properties, general, and then fill in window mode exclusive in the launch options, as seen on screen. And every time you start up Valheim, you want to set the priority to high. That in itself could already boost your FPS. I didn't notice any difference changing the boot config file, but apparently it works for hundreds if not thousands of people, so I added it in anyway. With that being said, we've come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed, check out my other Valheim videos, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.